Sweet Beatrice. Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, but stay till then.
Then is spoken, and so fare you well. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words are but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of his right sense, so forcible is thy wit, but I must tell thee plainly. Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must hear from him shortly, or I will subscribe him a coward. And now, tell me, for which of my, bad qualities did you first fall in love with me?
All of them together, which did maintain so politic a state of evil that they did not allow any good parts to intermingle with them. But tell me, which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love. A good epithet indeed, for I do love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, methinks. Alas, poor heart! If you will spite it for your sake, I will spite it for mine.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably. How doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you too?
Very ill too.
Sir God, love me and mend. Now will I leave you, for here comes one in haste.
Wilt thou come to your uncle? There's yonder's old coil at home. It is proved Lady Hero has been falsely accused. Claudio mightily abused. And Don John, author of all this, dead and gone. Won't you come presently?
Will you come here this news, senor?
I will live in your heart, die in thine eyes, and be buried in thy lap. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Is this the monument of Leonato?
It is.
Done to death by slanderous tongues was the hero that here lies. Death in guerdon of her wrongs gives her a fame which never dies. And so this life, which died with shame, lives in death with glorious fame. Hang thou there upon the tomb, praising her when I am dumb. Now music sound, and sing your solemn hymn. Pardon, goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin night, for the which with songs of woe round about her tomb they go. Midnight, assist our moan, help us to sigh and groan. Heavily, heavily. Graves yawn and yield your dead, till death be uttered. Heavily, heavily. And now unto thy bones good night. Yearly will I do this right. Away!
Come. It's Leonato's.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So are the prince and Claudio, who accused her upon the error that you heard reported.
Well, I am glad that everything sorts so well.
As am I, being else by faith enforced to call young Claudio to a reckoning for it.
Well, daughter, and you gentlewomen all, withdraw into a chamber by yourselves, and when I send for you, come hither masked. The prince and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To bind me or undo me. One of them. Signor Leonato. In truth it is, good signor, your niece doth regard me with an eye of favor.
The sight whereof I think you had from my daughter.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
The sight whereof I think she had from me, Claudio, and the prince. But what's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. As for my will, my will is to be co-joined in the state of honorable marriage, in which, good friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Oh, here come the Prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet determined today to marry with my brother's daughter?
I would hold my mind were she a tigress.
Call her forth, Friar Francis.
Now, Benedict. Oh, why such the February face, all full of frost and storm.
I think he thinks upon the savage bull. Tosh, fear not, man. We'll dip thy horns with gold, and all Europa shall rejoice at thee as once they did at lusty Jove, when he would play the noble beast in love.
Bull Jove, sir, had an amiable low, and some such strange bull leaped your father's cow and got a calf in that same noble feat, much like to you, for you have just his bleat.
Oh, for this I owe you. Here come other reckonings. Which is the lady I must seize upon?
This same is she, and I do give you her.
Sweet, let me see your face.
No, that you shall not, until you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand. And before this friar, I am your husband if you like me.
When I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero?
Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled, yet I do live. And surely as I live, I am a maid.
The former hero. Hero that is dead.
She died, my lord, but whiles her slander lived.
Oh, this amazement I can qualify when the holy rites are ended. Meantime,
Soft and fair, friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
No. No more than reason.
Why then your uncle, the prince, and Claudio are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
Do you not love me?
No. No more than reason.
Why then my cousin and Margaret are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. You do not love me?
No. But in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I am sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For here is a paper writ in his own hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another writ in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedick.
Whoa. A miracle. Our own hands against our hearts. Come. I will have thee. But by this light I do take thee for pity.
And I would not deny you, but by this good day I do yield upon great persuasion. And partly to save your life, for I was told that you're in consumption.
Peace! I will stop your mouth.
How does Benedict, the married man?
Tell thee what, Prince. A college of wit-crackers could not flout me in my humor. In brief, since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose the world can say against it, and therefore never flout at me for that which I have said against it. And for thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but in that thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised, and love my cousin.
I had well hoped thou wouldst have denied Beatrice, so that I may have cudgeled thee out of thy single life to make thee a double dealer, which out of question thou wilt be, if my cousin do not look exceedingly narrowly to thee.
Come, we're friends. Let's have a dance ere we are married, that we may lighten our hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have dancing
And
afterwards.
nay, first of my word, therefore play music. Prince, thou art sad. Get thee a wife. Get thee a wife. There is no staff more reverend than one tipped with horn.
My lord,
Your brother John is taken in flight and brought back to Messina.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I'll devise thee brave punishments for him. Strike up, pipers!